our heels in deep. We're treading through the mud while everyone's asleep. We're working sweat and blood. We're coming out in force. We're making history. We're raising up our flags and yeah, we bear our teeth. 3, 2, 1 on the clock. Break out the gate with a rock in your wall. Talking the talk, but the push shut up. I'm here to break what gets to leave all you fools in the dust. I ain't got time here to waste. You wanna fight like some game on your face. Swing at the punch, it's to the front. Lace up the boots with a kick and a grunt. Flash, yeah, we're coming at you fast. Are you feeling the hot flash? Gonna get hit with the aftermath. Gonna get hit with a hit flash. Yeah, we're coming at you fast. Are you feeling the hot flash? Gonna get hit with the aftermath. Gonna get hit with a whiplash. Am I giving you a hot flash? Are you feeling the power? Are you feeling the power? Whiplash. Am I giving you a hot flash? Are you feeling my power? Come on, feel my power. We stomp our feet and we make it loud. I'm bearing down. I clench my fist, the beasts go eye to eye, and then I see the other side. And yeah, guess what? It's our time right now. Break the door, taking everyone, everything. It's my trophy, my battle, my ring, and he hits it limit. Well, I'm just getting it. Dig deep when we go for glory. And one hand straight, this is how your story ends. Swords up and we fight like we never have. Break down the walls, we burn all the enemy. Whiplash. Come on with the whiplash. Get ready to get whiplash. We're gonna hit you with the aftermath. We're gonna hit you with the whiplash. Gonna hit you with the whiplash. Get ready for the whiplash. Gonna hit you with the
They don't love you when you cold now. They just want you when you hot. They just want you for your spot. Now they think you forgot. All the times you was down bad and they laughed at you. Now you up, now they mad at you. Taking shots, throwing jabs at you. Observing the game, I'm watching the field. Ay, you either fake or you real. Never been fan of the snakes. Lie to your back and smile in your face. No, it's not up for debate. Gotta be you if you wanna be great. Gotta stay true through all of the hate. Eyes on the prize, no time for the fake. Time for the fake. Time for the fake. Time for the fake.
Snakes in the grass, gotta cut 'em. If they not the fam, I don't trust 'em. You know I gotta eat, I gotta hustle. Pulling on my weight, I flex my muscle. Snakes in the grass, gotta cut 'em. If they not the fam, I don't trust 'em. You know I gotta eat, I gotta hustle. Pulling on my weight, I flex my muscle.
Level up, level up. I had to take it a level up. Step it up, now step it up. I had to go out and step it up. Back in the day, I was regular, no one was helping us. I had to stick to a schedule, I had to put in the work. I had to show them just what I was worth. Show them the hate didn't work. The snakes, they was lurking and plotting, they thought I would fail. But I stayed focused and stayed on my mission. And look, I prevailed. The ship finally sailed. It was a blessing. No losses but lessons. Now I'm sending the message that if you want it, go and get it. Give your haters an honorable mention. Observing the game, I'm watching the field. You either fake or you real. Never been fan of the snakes. Lie to your back and smile in your face. No, it's not up for debate. Gotta be you if you wanna be great. Gotta stay true through all of the hate. Eyes on the prize, no time for the fake.
Snakes in the grass, gotta cut 'em. If they not the fam, I don't trust 'em. You know I gotta eat, I gotta hustle. Pulling on my weight, I flex my muscle. Snakes in the grass, gotta cut 'em. If they not the fam, I don't trust 'em. You know I gotta eat, I gotta hustle. Pulling on my weight, I flex my muscle.
Greatness is in my genetics. Rely on me, you never regret it. Victory's mine, yeah, that's where I'm headed. For this passion and drive, I'm forever indebted. Known to motivate each person near. I'm sure it's my purpose to persevere. Yeah, you looking at the chosen one. I said you looking at the chosen one. I was made for this. You know that I was made for this. I was made for this. You know that I was made for this. Running great, now I'm showing up. You looking at the chosen one. I was made for this. You know that I was made for this. I've stumbled and failed and got up again. Rising with the hunger for another win. Been too strong for too long, I can't give in. That's the discipline of a champion. Overcome adversity and get it done. Didn't run, stood my ground, then I won. Yeah, you looking at the chosen one. I said you looking at the chosen one. I was made for this. You know that I was made for this. Oh yeah, yeah. I was made for this. Yeah. You know that I was made for this. Yeah. Running great, now I'm showing up. You looking at the chosen one. I was made for this. You know that I was made for this. 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 You know that I was made for this. I was made for this. You know that I was made for this. Oh yeah. I was made for this. Yeah. You know that I was made for this. Alright. Running great, now I'm showing up. You looking at the chosen one. I was made for this. You know that I was made for this. I was made for this. I was made for this.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask you to please rise. Ladies and gentlemen, to honor America with the singing of our national anthem, please welcome Hope College Junior, Miss Abby Hamilton.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night as our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Abby Hamilton. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the DeVos Fieldhouse here on the campus of Hope College for today's 2021 MIAA Women's Basketball Tournament Championship. This afternoon's featured teams, the Thunder of Trine University and the Hope College Flying Dutch. Here this afternoon's starting lineups. First for Trine at 1 forward, a 6-foot junior from Chesterfield, number 11, Tara Binowitz. And at 1 forward for the Flying Dutch, a 6'3" senior from Holland, number 5, Olivia Voskel. At 1 forward for Trine, a 6'1" senior from Pinckney, number 25, Shay Herbert. And at 1 forward for the Flying Dutch, a 5'10" senior from Zeeland, number 20, Kennedy Schoonville. Starting at center for Trine, a 6'2" junior from Louisville, Kentucky, number 44, Kelsey Taylor. And at center for the Flying Dutch, a 6'2" senior from Shelby Township, number 25, Ashley Thomas. At 1 guard for Trine, a 5'5" sophomore from Lake City, number 3, Michaela Artis. And at 1 guard for the Flying Dutch, a 5'9" senior from Grand Rapids, number 22, Sydney Muller. And at the final guard spot for Trine, a 5'10" junior from Rockford, number 4, Kayla Wildman. And at the final guard spot for the Flying Dutch, a 5'7" senior from Flushing, number 23, Lauren Newman. Trine University is coached by Andy Rang. Hope College is coached by Brian Morehouse. Your officials this afternoon, Mr. Charles Smith, Miss Stacy Thomas, and Miss Cosette Ely. Your alternate official is Mr. Tom Berry.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the campus of Hope College. We are inside of DeVos Fieldhouse, the battle of a couple of Division III MIAA Titans. The Hope College Flying Dutch are taking on the Trine Thunder, number 1 versus number 3 in the MIAA championship game. I'm Eric Van Swal, alongside my partner this afternoon, Carly Van Swal. Carly, what do you have for us?
Well, I think it's going to be an exciting matchup. We can say that for sure. Both teams obviously having a great season. Hope up 2-0 on their appearances against Trine, but I think it's going to be whoever can hold low on fouls and start strong.
Trine, by far the stiffest competition Hope has faced today or this season. Off to a rough start. Hope winning the tip there and going to start this afternoon contest. Both teams have played against each other in each of the last 2 MIAA championships. 1-1 so far, so we'll see who gets the rubber match this afternoon. Bosco tried to start off the scoring for Hope. Karam's off the rim. Trine going to get their first shot at offense.
Trine easily the only team in the conference that can kind of match Hope height-wise, so it'll be interesting to see who can kind of lock down inside the paint today.
Speaking of being inside the paint, Michaela Artis had the rock inside the blue paint there, got the foul call and going to the line. Kennedy Schoonveld, her first foul of the afternoon.
Great court vision by Artis there. She saw the Help defense was still up high by the elbow, and she had an open lane right there. And the Help defense, the second round of Help defense was slow getting there.
Can't connect on the first free throw. As we saw earlier this week in the Calvin game. That basket had a lid on it for both teams, even after Hope switched that end. The lid falls off there, and Trine out to an early 1-0 lead. Lauren Newman directing traffic for the Dutch. Gets a blur screen from Voskel, takes it all the way to the rack. Too strong. Artist trying to lead the break the other way. Good hustle back from Newman on defense. Got a screen from Taylor. She's going to be important inside for the Thunder. That matchup you mentioned, size-wise inside. Binowitz in the corner. Wide open look for three. Couldn't get it to fall. Shea Herbert there for the Thunder, and Hope to corral the rebound.
And I think that shot's going to be open there on the three a lot for Trine tonight, as Hope is focusing on the bigs down low for Trine. So if Trine can start getting those shots to work, it's going to be a totally different offensive game for them.
As you saw, a jump ball there. Sydney Muller tried to take it inside to a couple different defenders and got tied up. You mentioned a big storyline there, the inside-out game of the Thunder in the first matchup, at least at DeVos. Kelsey Taylor had 2 fouls quick for Trine, and they were never able to recover, losing that one by double digits. It was a lot tighter at Trine, only a 4-point deficit. Trine actually had the lead for a while, and there's a turnover from the Thunder right there.
And this is Hope's sweet spot. When they get their defense going, they're aggressive on defense, their offense and everything else kind of falls into place. So, I mean, there hasn't been much time gone in the game so far. A little bit of an uncharacteristic slow start for Hope. A lot more set offenses than they're used to. Usually they like to have a lot of transition game, a lot of layups off the break. But if they can get their defense going, I think their offense will come right behind it.
We've seen many a turnover from a team facing the Dutch turn into points on the other end as Olivia Voskel misses a 3 there. Taylor setting the screen over to Artis in the corner. She kicks it back out. Another open look for Herbert. This time she knocks it down.
In perfect positioning, ready to shoot, had her hands up in motion. You see the Hope just all inside the paint. She had no one within 6 feet of her, and a great defensive effort here by Trine to
Muller trying to take it inside again, and she's frustrated after another jump ball. I believe that was Artis poked it away, and Binowitz was able to get a jump ball call on Muller there.
You gotta love the energy and just aggressiveness that's coming away from Trine right now. I mean, they've lost to Hope 2 times, but it really only matters in this game, right? Like, this is the championship game, and they got nothing to lose, and they're putting it all out on the table.
I mentioned a lid on the basket earlier, and Lauren Newman had a lid on that basket off the front of the rim. Trine back the other way. Kayla Wildman was trying to connect with Taylor, and a turnover there.
Costco, great job jumping the passing lane there. Almost moved her pivot foot, but got it to stick.
It's been a defensive battle so far. Through about 3 minutes into the game, we have 4 total points, all of them for the Thunder. Sydney Muller trying to change that. Short jumper couldn't go. And Sydney Muller may set a record for jump balls called this game. That's 3 already for her. And we're barely 3 minutes into the game. This time it goes back to Trine.
I think that was a good look by Muller there, but if you see after the shot, you have the rest of 4 other players on the team running the other way. They're not even going for the rebound. Hope has so much height and does so well on second chance opportunities, and today it doesn't seem like they want anything to do with the rebounding game.
We'll see if that changes as the game progresses. Sweet shooting Kate Majerus is into the game. I believe that was not Muller who went down to take a seat. So I'll have to double check, and we're going to get a 5-second call right there. Great defense, Olivia Voskel against Taylor.
And that was Ashley Thomas who got subbed out.
Thank you.
I mean, you've mentioned, you would think by the intensity of this game so far, we'd have a high-scoring game, but it's just defense is winning the game for us right now.
Muller sniping through the defense, that time able to connect with the basket, and Hope is on the board.
She kept that one on her right hip, therefore not getting that jump ball call.
Strong take to the basket, no hands getting in that one. Newman defending Artis out top, gets picked from Taylor, heads from Voskel, Taylor left wing. Binowitz looking inside, finds Artis. Back to Binowitz, thought about a 3, takes the 3, and it gets blocked. Kennedy Schoonveld with the block. Newman coming away with it. Nice crossover move there. Tried to get a secondary break. Nothing there. Hope's going to reset. Muller taking it again. Back to Newman, almost lost her balance out of bounds. 15 on the shot clock. Newman with the left hand, draws the front of the iron, and Artis leading the break the other way.
A lot of standstill offense from Hope. Really only Voskuhl in the middle moving around, and then they let a guard drive to the basket, but no one else is really moving.
Beautiful back cut from Benowitz there for an easy lay-in, and Coach Morehouse not the only one, or excuse me, Carly, you were not the only one. Coach Morehouse also noted that there's a little standing around on offense, as there's going to be 5 new subs in at the next whistle.
And I think that's a smart game strategy from Coach Mo. We know that Hope's got 3 different line changes that they can throw into this game, and if they can wear Hope out, or excuse me, Trine out, they'll be helping themselves out too.
Not to be outdone, Trine coming in with 4 subs at the next buzzer, as Lydia Voskuhl knocks down the elbow jumper there, 6-4 in favor of the Thunder, halfway through the first. Voskuhl guarding Taylor way out by the logo. Got an open look for Benowitz, who is driving, and nice D from Schoonveld there to deflect that pass.
Too many Hope players in the paint to make that a worthwhile pass.
Newman thought about making a pass, then thought she might have double dribbled. Now a backdoor to Schoonveld, and she gets it to go.
Beautiful, and that's what happens when off-ball movement occurs. You get those wide open baseline layups. She got the little bunny jumper, but that's the type of movement Hope needs on their offense.
And with that basket, Kennedy Schoonveld moves into 10th all-time on Hope's scoring list, as there's a miss from Kayla Wildman there for the Thunder. So she is now in the top 10. She has 1,103 points and counting, as Sydney Muller adds to her total up to 4 now this evening, not to be outdone by Kennedy Schoonveld's 1,100 points.
You got to give credit to Schoonveld too. Last season got cut short. This year they're not having the national tournament, so it'd be interesting to see where she'd end up on that list with a full amount of games.
Benowitz drains a 3 for the Thunder, taking the lead back 9-8. And they are fired up over there on the Trine bench.
I expect to see a lot from Benowitz in this game, as well as Taylor. Those are 2 key players for Trine. Benowitz got herself 5 points now. Taylor yet to get on the board. She's been kind of locked down in the middle of the paint, but doing a lot of the background work for Trine offensively and defensively, causing a lot of those jump ball action. But those 2 players are definitely 2 that need to shine on this Trine offense to keep their lead.
And a 30-second timeout from Coach Morehouse there. The subs have been waiting for several minutes, so I think he just wanted fresh legs on both sides. You mentioned Benowitz and Taylor, the top 2 scorers for the Thunder. Not to mention Wildman, Argyle, and Underhill all average over 8 and 9 points as well. So balanced scoring. Both teams very balanced scoring, which is not something you see terribly often.
Right, and that's what makes this matchup even more exciting. They got a couple different line changes. Both teams can throw out. Scoring is even. There's not one player that stands out for both teams. If someone's off for the day, they got 2, 3, 4 other girls on the bench that are willing to step up and shine.
Absolutely, and as we mentioned, all substitutions basically on the floor, so bear with me as we get our bearings as to who's on the floor. Courtney Barnes has the ball for the Dutch, and she is going to get fouled by Alyssa Argyle. That's her first of the evening. All these players, except for one by my count, seeing their first action of the day. Triggering in under the basket is Casey DeSmit. She gets it to Meg Morehouse, working there on Rachel Stewart. Instead, kicks it all the way over to the far side with some nice handles from Ella McKinney, and another jump ball.
Rachel Stewart just some great help defense right there. She had the position to begin with as the drive started occurring, but you see the replay right here. She had the position, great spot. She didn't jump to stay away from the foul.
McKinney got a nice look for 3. Not able to get the roll. Nice rebound there from Morehouse. Back to McKinney. DeSmit on the left wing, guarded by Kaylee Argyle. McKinney drives. Bounce pass inside for Barnes. Momentarily mishandled. Got it back to Smith for 3. And it looks like an over-the-back rebounding foul. Going to have to get a number, and it is Meg Morehouse picking up her first foul.
DeSmit, you can see on this replay, as she jumps, she moves just slightly to the left, and that's exactly where her shot went, trying to stay away from the defense there.
Yeah, she shot almost straight on from the announcer's table, so we had a pretty good look at it from our angle. Great analysis there. As Kaylee Argyle leads the Thunder up the floor. Alyssa swings it over to Kayla Wildman. Back to Alyssa Argyle. Inside, 2 dribbles, and speaking of 2 dribbles, that's a double dribble from Sam Underhill.
Tough D by Barnes, breaking up that pass, making Underhill struggle a little bit, and then DeSchmidt was there right for the extra help on that second swipe of help defense.
DeSchmidt behind the back, all the way over from McKinney. She's going to pull, rims out. Morehouse again with the rebound. Wild save, but no one there in white to retrieve it. And Kaylee Argyle down the floor again. Swings it over to Alyssa. Double teamed in the corner. Nice cut right there from Wildman for 2.
Beautiful cut there. Hope's head, everyone was staring, facing at the ball. No one had any idea where their man was, and she saw that opening and took it.
Morehouse, corner 3, rainbows it in.
Meg Morehouse really coming onto the court, subbing in and making a presence, making a difference here for this Hope team defensively and now offensively as well.
Not to mention a couple rebounds, ties the game up at 11. Errant pass there, little miscommunication. Courtney Barnes with the steal. She's working one-on-one against Underhill. Spin, left hand. And she's going to get a trip to the charity stripe for 2.
One of my favorite things about this Hope team, and something that Coach Mo does so well, is he just develops a whole player. You'll see point guards, being able to do different post-up plays. You see bigs, Courtney Barnes, Olivia Vasco, Ashley Thomas, even Mormon and Gerber, who are able to dribble, and they'll take it and they'll dribble it right up the court, which is a rare thing to have each player be such a whole package.
Talk about player development. Both teams today, you've seen a lot of player development. Obviously, Hope has 9 seniors out there. Trine, not quite so many. They actually only have 1 on the roster, Shea Herbert, so they're going to be good for a long time.
Yeah, definitely a force to be reckoned with for the next couple years.
And we may see these 2 teams do battle again in the MIAA championship, as there's another steal. Left hand for Barnes, gets the lay in there. Nice assist from Claire Bagley, who got the steal.
Really great transition offense starting to come into play for Hope. Underhill there's nothing else she could have done. It was perfect defense. They just made a good shot.
Kaylee Argyle passed it over to Rachel Stewart, and she drew a foul. And Ella McKinney going to get tagged for that one.
I like the aggressiveness on trying to get it to the basket. Try to draw those fouls. Try to get Hope into foul trouble. Get yourself to the line. Hopefully the free throws start to fall, but that could be a great offensive strategy for Trine.
Got to be able to knock those down as the limited Duke crew chants on. But Stewart able to split the pair. Good to see some fans in the arena, but we thank you all watching at home. As this battle continues to rage, DeSchmidt for 3, and she gets it to go. Better watch out if Hope gets hot from beyond the 3-point line.
Yeah, it starts to become dangerous. There's several players on this team that can knock down threes, but DeSchmidt, great defensive presence on the point guards, really starting the defense out right on the defensive end, but also doing a great job with their threes.
Wildman had a nice pass over to Underhill, couldn't convert the layup. Coach Andy Rang thought that may be a foul. Wanted an and 1 there. Instead, Meg Morehouse with another rebound. And there's 35 seconds to go in the first quarter. Hope trying to add to their 6-point lead. Hope good ball moving around top, stolen away. Meg Morehouse lost the handle on it as Rachel Stewart pokes it out. Trine can hold for the last shot if they want. That's Alyssa Argyle with it now. Inside, there's some contact, and there's going to be a charge called against Rachel Stewart, and the Trine bench is incensed.
We saw a week ago today, Hope actually tallied up 4 different charge calls, something that Coach Mo looks to have, but the defense was just there. It was a good idea for a cut, but there's just too much congestion in the lane.
That was the first foul on Stewart as there's less than 5 to go. DeSmith's going to have to put it up. Step back, stolen away. Barnes flips and fires, and she got it to bank in, but it was after the horn. So that basket is not going to count. And the first quarter is over. Hope leading Trine 18-12. We are going to take a 60-second break and be back for the second quarter.
32 years, I can look back at clients and realize that when I started with them in my mid-30s, I was one of many professionals in their life. But since then, their doctors retired, their attorneys retired, their ministers retired, all the key people in their life retired, but we're still there. And over time, we end up being very, very close to our clients. It's very hard to talk about your financial history without talking about your family history. We get to know it, we keep it confidential, and you can't help but begin to love these people.
Welcome back to the Voss Fieldhouse. Eric Van Swal alongside Carly Van Swal for the MIAA Championship. Third year in a row, Hope is playing against Trine. They split the past two meetings. Hope won 59-55 last season here at DeVos, and Trine won 70-65 in double overtime in 2019. We'll see if we have a repeat of that or not.
Eric, I have a feeling we're going to see these two teams here for the next couple of years.
They become perennial powerhouses in MIAA women's basketball. No reason to think not, but in the meantime, let's just enjoy today's contest as bodies are hitting the floor all over the place, and Sydney Muller comes away with it with a free lane to the basket. Great defensive effort from Olivia Boscombe.
You would never have known that Sydney Muller tore her ACL last year. I mean, the speed she still seems to have. Got to give her mad credit for the recovery she had to go through in the state she's in now.
Yeah, she's playing well out there as Taylor is guarded by Voskel on the elbow. Threw it across the court and somehow ended up in the hands of Shea Herbert. And now Wildman has it out top. Looking for somewhere to go with it. And there's going to be a shot clock violation as Binowitz was trying to get it into Taylor and didn't realize that the shot clock was running down.
I think they called a foul as well.
Oh, excuse me, they did get a charge in there. Lauren Newman draws a charge against Kelsey Taylor, and she is astonished that that is the case.
That was on Benowitz. Oh, no, you're right, Kelsey Taylor. That was my fault mixing it up. One of the key stats to me that sticks out from the first quarter is Trine had 8 turnovers, or 10 turnovers now as of starting this second quarter, but that is something they're really going to have to cut down on.
Kate Majerus knocks down a 3 from the corner. And not the way Trine wanted to start the second quarter, and they're going to take a timeout. And with that, it's a 30-second timeout, so we're going to hang out here with you. Carly, you were just mentioning some important stats. I'll let you get back to it.
Yeah, so turnover game, that's probably the number one. Everything else is fairly similar, but 10 turnovers, that's 10 offensive opportunities that they let go. Hope only have 2 turnovers. Points off turnovers, Hope's got 10 points off that. 10 points off that, it'd be 13-12 right now if those turnovers didn't occur. Shooting percentage-wise, both teams are pretty even. Or 3-point wise, Trine is actually in the lead. Might be a little different after that Majerus 3-pointer, but those turnovers are going to be a killer for Trine if they don't fix that right now.
I mentioned in the first quarter, Hope's defense to offense strategy, 10 points off turnovers this early into the game. Doesn't bode well for the Thunder. We'll see if they can clean it up. And out of that timeout, they have the Rock looking to cut back into this 11-point Hope lead. 3 ball on the way from Wildman, too strong. Schoonveld boarding all the way down the court. Muller for 3 on the other end. Way too short, but it gets right to Schoonveld.
Nice pass.
Yeah, we can count an assist for Sydney Muller. That did not touch the rim, so it's a line drive in the scorebook. And Schoonveld gets on the board yet again. Thunder looking for a foul, weren't able to. Instead, wide open 3 in the corner right there. Kayla Wildman knocks that one down.
Much better shot for Wildman this time. Last time it was just rush. Trine has just got to slow down, stay composed, get good shots going. You have to know you're playing the #1 team in the country. They're going to have a burst at some point, take the lead a little bit, but you need to stay calm and just ride the wave and then take over when it's your chance.
Hope with under 10 to go on the shot clock, running the set offense. Schoonveld driving hard, goes in. Taylor whacked her on the arm.
Taylor's Taylor's there for the defense. If she just kept straight up, that would have been a perfectly fine play by Taylor, but instead she chose to attempt to go for the block and swatted at Schoonveld, drawing the foul. That'll be her second.
She's going to have to take a seat. I think she's still a little bit frustrated from that earlier charge call. Didn't really see a whole lot what was going on down there, as we were distracted by the shot clock violation that was supposedly occurring, but the charge happened beforehand as Schoonveld misses that one.
I think what happened is Taylor was going for a post move towards the middle, and that defense, I don't remember if it was Newman or Schoonveld, was just there, and that's what drew the charge call.
As a big man, I've never liked that call personally, so I understand where Taylor's coming from. Schoonveld splits the pair. And is now tied with the lead for all scorers with 5 points as Wildman is trying to take that lead. Instead, gets kicked around. And Lauren Newman's going to get called for diving into the back of MIAA Artis.
You know, it is frustrating as a big, as I'm sure you can attest. When you're on defense, you're the easiest one to get fouls against, right? But on an offensive end, you don't get anything going your way. So understandable frustration from Kelsey Taylor.
There's no love down on the block, that's for sure. And no love lost between either of these teams, that's for sure. Artis getting the inbound, 7:20 to go in the second, Hope with an 11-point lead.
Newman just so ferocious on defense. Trine really struggling to get it past the three-point line.
Bothered Artis so much that she threw it out of bounds looking for Underhill. I thought maybe Newman might have touched that. The referees said no. And now Newman running the offense, gets it over to Muller. Gets a pick from Voskuhl, looking for Voskuhl in the lane. I think she was quadruple teamed in there and threw it into the stands.
Had the right idea to kick it out, but just didn't get her head spun around, enough in time to make that a good pass.
Another wholesale line change for the Dutch. DeSmit, Barnes, McKinney, Bagley, and Morehouse in. Artis guarded by DeSmit. Gets it to Binowitz. She's looking inside for Wildman. Caught it on the left wing. Nice back cut inside from Artis. Couldn't get it to go. Morehouse, another rebound. One of the smallest players on the floor. She's got 4 or 5 rebounds already. There's McKinney now in the corner for Bagley. Pump fake. Crossover. Up and over with the left. No. Rebound Barnes. No.
Both teams struggling with the bunnies.
Artis again. Binowitz, open look for 3. A little too far off the rim. Morehouse let it go out of bounds. And Trine definitely thought that it was off of Morehouse. The referee disagrees. Coach Morehouse coaching up Meg Morehouse a little bit there. Possibly telling her to just grab the ball.
Right.
Bagley with it out top. Morehouse now. 2 dribbles and a behind the back. McKinney in the corner for DeSmit. Not a whole lot of movement. McKinney with a drive. Far side. Bagley. Open look. Knocks it down.
Bagley and McKinney, they just have a great connection. Always seem to be able to find each other on the court. And just the 3-pointers by this Hope team, I mean, they're all beautiful. So much arc, which you don't necessarily see a ton these days. A lot more shots are going more to a flatter shot, but gotta love the arc.
Hope starting to pull away, and there's a turnover as well. Courtney Barnes with the steal.
Underhill panicked a little bit. She looked like she'd help coming, but didn't wait in time to make a good pass.
Ooh, almost a takeaway from Binowitz, but Bagley got it back and gets it over to Smith for another 3. And the Hope bench is going crazy right now after back-to-back triples. Trine's going to take another timeout.
Casey DeSmit, you just gotta love her. She does all the background stuff for this team on defense, offense. She's such a playmaker for them. Really gets the ball moving. Make sure that there's off-ball movement, and just for her to get a 3-pointer, that's awesome.
And with that, that's a full timeout. So we're going to hear a word from our sponsors real quick.
intentionally never had minimum account sizes. Our philosophy has always been, if you're willing to put in the work and we'll collaborate and we set the plan in place and you're willing to go along with this plan and to put forth effort to this plan, we're happy to work with you. It's what we love to do. And so we have people coming in from the very starting point all the way to, to the wealthy people. It's all different scenarios. Financial planning is not just for the wealthy.
Welcome back. Hope with a 32-15 lead with 5:22 to go in the second quarter. Trine had to take a full timeout there. Tried to reset. They are in danger territory heading into the half. And they are going to get the ball at least.
And Eric, looking at the stats right now, if this isn't a true testament to how deep this Hope team is, they have 19 points off the bench while Trine just has 1 currently.
Trine trying to change that here. Unfortunately, switching the pivot feet is Kaylee Argyle. She throws her hands up in confusion, but did in fact switch both pivot feet for a travel there. Wildman for Trine getting a well-deserved rest as Rachel Stewart comes back in for her. DeSmith flips to Bagley. Morehouse with a little bit of contact right there with Kaylee Argyle. Crowd reacted. Nothing from the official either way. Could have gone either way. Bagley tried to lay that one in, got it blocked partially. I believe that was Benowitz.
A little bit of a funky angle for her.
Argyle cross court to the other Argyle. Over to Benowitz for another 3.
Benowitz off to a slow start, but sneakily here and there, every couple minutes she'll throw in a 3-pointer, and now she's got 8 points.
Leading all scorers for the evening. Keep calling it the evening. I'm used to 7 o'clock starts. At 3 o'clock throws you off a little bit. DeSmith, fancy handles. Nothing doing. Morehouse driving in, made the bucket, but it's going to be on the floor. That is Kaylee Argyle with that foul.
Good move by Meg to see that she kind of had that half a hip advantage just in front of her and drew the foul perfectly.
Morehouse thought about a 3, pump faked on Benowitz. McKinney all the way out top. DeSmith, left hand, all the way to the rack, rolls it out. Barnes almost tapped that out, but instead tapped it right to Alyssa Argyle, who was looking for Benowitz, trying to get her involved some more. Nice pick and a roll from Underhill. 1 dribble, in and out. How did that not go down?
Underhill definitely got robbed there.
A lot of bodies hit the deck between the pick and somebody tried to take a charge on Underhill, though. No calls all the way around. I think that was good from the officials. Morehouse tried to get it in, got it stripped, and it went off her leg. Alyssa Argyle got her hand in there and knocked it right off Morehouse's foot.
Great defense from China. I think they're going to need a couple more defensive stops just to give them a little bit more confidence here, but I think a nice offensive set for them will set them up really well.
Hey, that's something you can always say about Trine is they never quit. They get down to 12-15, and you think it's going to start to be a runaway, and they bring it back.
Yeah, I mean, it's 32-18, but the way it feels.
Make that 32-21 as Benowitz drops in another tray ball.
Trine has not let go on the intensity. You would think it's a lot closer than it is, and I have a feeling that Trine is not going to go without a fight.
Coach Morehouse recognizing that, set to bring in the starters. Benowitz trying to will her team to victory here with a steal. She's got 11 already, looking for more.
Doing out both the offensive and defensive end. You love to see that kind of leadership.
Stewart was trapped inside, tried to get in, and it got stolen by Barnes, but as she was trying to handle it, she carried it. And the starting 5 for the Dutch are going to come back in.
A little bit too excited on that fast break. The initial dribble was a little higher than anticipated.
Not quite the full starting 5. Ashley Thomas still sitting out. Kate Majerus is in. Haven't seen Ashley Thomas since the first couple minutes, the first stretch for the start. Argyle went to Argyle there, and that time that is Alyssa drawing the foul.
Sydney Muller jumped that passing lane just a tad bit aggressively.
Getting her first foul. She's been involved in several whistles with her jump balls, but only the first foul for her this evening.
Not a lot of fouls at all this afternoon. I mean, 3 fouls for Trine, 2 for Hope. It's been pretty low foul-wise.
Kaylee almost lost the handle on it and ends up getting stolen by Voskuhl. Muller was ahead of the break, but instead Schoonveld taking it all the way. Wild shot into the bottom of the backboard. She's saying it was tipped. And there's going to be a discussion with the referees. And the official out by the three-point line did in fact call it off of Trine.
You can see that it looks like Argyle was right there, just got a slight hand on it.
She partially blocked that, which normally you give her credit for the block there, but unfortunately Schoonveld threw that one into the bottom of the backboard, so it would have been Trine ball. And a foul right there. Sam Underhill called for the hold. She's got 2 now. Got to be careful with 2.5 to go in the second. Guarding Schoonveld out top, and Schoonveld knows it, taking it right at her. She goes right by.
She shot that one with the right hand. If she did it with her left hand, that probably would have had a better shot at going in.
Pretty solid defense from Underhill there, especially given her second foul she just picked up. And Underhill was looking for Stewart. Majerus got in the way, and another jump ball as Voskuhl dives on it with Underhill.
Hope does such a great job of getting a hand in the lane, making every pass for Trine so difficult.
They've been known to pressure teams a decent amount. Majerus with it on the left wing, gets over to Voskuhl at the top. Hope running their set. Muller driving all the way in, hit the side of the backboard.
Great defense from Underhill.
Lauren Newman upset on that foul call, but she ran directly through Kaylee Argyle. That's going to be her second. She's going to have to come out. Underhill also coming out for having 2 fouls as Shea Herbert, the senior, comes back.
Offensively, it seems like Trine is really relying on their guards to get a lot of the work done. It'll be interesting to see if they can get Herbert involved a little bit more down low to open things up for them.
We talked about them looking at that inside-out presence, but Kelsey Taylor with 2 fouls hasn't been able to play for the majority of the second quarter, and that's a noticeable miss for Trine on the inside. Hope swinging it around the top. DeSmit open for 3. Tickles the twine.
She is on fire. She can't miss tonight. 3 for 3 from the three-point line.
She did not even hesitate.
No.
Not a second's thought.
All 3 of them just complete swishes, too.
DeSmit called for, I guess you could call that a reach as she hits the deck. Kaylee Argyle, Coach Andy Rang letting the officials know that happens every single offensive possession for the Thunder. That's her first foul. We'll see if that stays. Next foul for either team is going to put them in the bonus, as they're both at 4 this quarter, but only 1:20 to go in the second quarter.
I'm looking to Binowitz if I'm Trine right now.
And why not? She's got the hot hand, and right now she's got the rock. Coach Rang looking for a screen for her. Herbert gave the screen, gets an open look for 3 herself, and she gets it to fall.
She'd attempted a couple previously. I got this one to go. Oh, so she's 2 for 3, excuse me.
She's got 6 points now, 11-point Hope lead. Voskuhl got that one blocked. Great defense from Herbert inside. And that time, just too much Olivia Voskuhl. Herbert tried to front, no help defense on the backside. Easy lay-in for Voskuhl there.
Awesome job keeping it up high. That way Herbert didn't have a chance at trying to touch it.
Driving on the way is Argyle. Herbert was open for a second for 3. Now Wildman on the other side. Off the mark. 25 seconds to go before halftime. Hope going to get one more shot. Coach Morehouse imploring them to hold for the final shot. DeSmit semi-pressured by Kaylee Argyle, out by the logo. 10 to go on the shot clock. Schoonveld pops out for 3. She sets her feet and fires. Off the heel, Binowitz got 3 seconds. She's going to put one up from half. There it is. And that's going to fall about 5 feet short. Had a decent look at it, but going to drain her stats a little bit. And we are about to go to halftime here, but first, Carly has something to mention for you guys.
Yeah, you're going to see an exciting halftime video here today. It is a senior feature, a video done by a Hope College student here, Alex Suchin. Did a great job on this, and we're excited for you to see it. So thank you, Alec, for creating this awesome senior feature for us.
So with that, we will take it to the half. Hope leads 37-24. We're going to have a 15-minute break as you watch that senior feature from Alec, and we'll be back with the second half after this.
Ladies and gentlemen,
In Vanderswart, we are interested in the history of our community. The early Dutch settlers knew that in order for the tiny Holland community to flourish, they were going to need the shipping industry to stop by. So they began digging the channel, without help from the government, all by themselves. The dream of a real lighthouse was realized in 1936, when it switched on its big light for the very first time. The ships came, the lighthouse became an icon, and the ambition and hard work of those early settlers continues to bless our community to this day. Innovation and ambition today can pay dividends for decades. Lawrence and Vanderswart, interested in our history, invested in our future.
Every day, the people of Hope College are
leading,
discovering,
believing,
dreaming,
pursuing,
serving,
innovating,
exploring,
creating,
collaborating,
questioning,
curing. We are finding new ways to do old things.
We are challenging the status quo
and building a legacy.
We are pursuing truth.
We are solving tomorrow's problems today.
We are thinking globally.
We are faithfully hoping.
We are celebrating victories.
This day and every day, We are strengthened by our faith,
bound by a shared commitment to building community,
and dedicated to providing our students with a world-class liberal arts education.
faithful,
welcoming,
transformational. This is Hope College.
At Lawrence and Vanderswart, we're interested in the history of our community. When 26-year-old jeweler Jacob Raven came to Holland in 1889, the northwest corner of 8th Street and River Avenue was already home to the thriving Holland City State Bank. Raven told bank personnel that he wanted to build a clock above the bank to keep the town on time, and it wouldn't cost them a cent. True to his word, Raven raised the funds with donations from merchants and local factories. High above the city streets, the tower was completed in 1892. Holland's clock tower still ticks high above 8th Street, watching over a town that still loves to run on time. Innovation and ambition today can pay dividends for decades. Lawrence and Vanderswart, interested in our history, invested in our future.
My 32 years, I can look back at clients and realize that when I started with them in my mid-30s, I was one of many professionals in their life. But since then, their doctors retired, their attorneys retired, their ministers retired, all the key people in their life retired, but we're still there. And over time, we end up being very, very close to our clients. It's very hard to talk about your financial history without talking about your family history. We get to know it, we keep it confidential, and you can't help but begin to love these people.
intentionally never had minimum account sizes. Our philosophy has always been if you're willing to put in the work and we'll collaborate and we set the plan in place and you're willing to go along with this plan and to put forth effort to this plan, we're happy to work with you. It's what we love to do. And so we have people coming in from the very starting point all the way to, to the wealthy people. It's all different scenarios. Financial planning is not just for the wealthy.
You're not just saying, wow, you came in, thanks for coming in, and this is what your investment did. It's so much more than that. There's so much more going on in their lives than just these investments, and it's good to understand that totality so that you can say, well, I know there's a better way of doing this, or I have a resource. I know, there's some other resources that we can help you with here. So it's not just financial planning. It's serving people. It's serving people and loving on people, and that's very joyful.
Treading through the mud while everyone's asleep. We're working sweat and blood. We're coming out in force. We're making history. Raising up our flags, and yeah, we bear our teeth. 3, 2, 1 on the clock. Break out the gate with a rock in your wall. Talking the talk, but the shut up. I'm here to break what gets to leave all you fools in the dust. I ain't got time here to waste. You wanna fight like some game on your face. Swinging the gun, it's to the front. Lace up the boots with a kick in the front. Yeah, we're coming at you fast. Are you feeling the hot flash? Gonna get hit with the aftermath. Gonna get hit with a
Welcome back, folks. You're seeing some highlights from the first half of this matchup between the Hope College Flying Dutch and the Trine University Thunder. I'm Eric Van Swal alongside Carly Van Swal. At half at the moment, 37-24 advantage in favor of the Dutch, as Trine is going to get the ball coming out of the second half. There's a shot of the limited Duke crew I referenced earlier. Nice to see that there are a few fans in here. We'd like to have 3,000 plus rocking it out, but we appreciate you coming along for the ride here this afternoon.
Yeah, you can definitely tell the Hope team can feel the support, and Trine. Exciting that both teams can watch from our live stream.
And Trine getting the ball to start the second half. Looks like all 5 starters are out there for both teams. Shea Herbert was pivoting on the block. Gets it back from Artis. Three's on the way. It's up and it's good.
That's her third three of the day, coming out strong for Trine, making it 10-point lead just for Hope, and that's a great way, exactly how Trine wanted to start this second half.
Herbert and Benowitz keeping their team in at 20 points between the two of them, as Voskuhl trying to get on the board some more in the second half. She got it blocked out of bounds. Kelsey Taylor back into the game. Had to sit most of the second quarter with 2 fouls in it to win it now.
Yeah, great job moving her feet. She's going to have to be careful, but hopefully in the second half she can become a big presence for Trine.
Jumper off the mark for Kennedy Schoonveld off the inbounds. And Artis crossover goes by Newman. Stops. Pump fake. And went over the rim.
Smart drive, even smarter to wait a second as both Hope defenders jump, but just could not connect off the backboard.
Didn't see a whole lot of Ashley Thomas in the first half, but there she was with the ball as it swung over to Muller on the left wing. Nice back cut from Newman, but the presence of Kelsey Taylor inside hampered that shot.
Yeah, she was out in no man's land, kind of a hard angle to make a shot, and then Taylor just making it even harder.
Beautiful bounce pass from Benowitz to Taylor, but the shot is erased by Olivia Voskuhl.
Voskuhl, just that slight height advantage, can come over top and just get all ball.
That's a beautiful block right there. It was a nice bounce pass from Benowitz to Taylor, and I think they're going to try to keep going inside to her later on in this contest. But in the meantime, Benowitz elbow caroms off the rim. Voskuhl brings it down.
Benowitz, nice shot take. Need a couple more players in position for trying to rebound to get that second chance opportunity.
Nice hesitation from Newman, but she gets blocked, that time by Herbert, and a tie up underneath. Coach Morehouse with a quick sub of Ashley Thomas as Kate Majerus comes in. And Newman to trigger in under the hoop. Off the curl is Muller, working on Benowitz. Free throw is good from Olivia Voskuhl, but she gets 2 for it instead.
Beautiful positioning by Voskuhl. See that Sydney was down at the block. It would have been a hard 2-foot pass for Sydney to make, so just crashing up to that free throw line left her with a wide open jump shot.
Like to see that dribble drive tee up from the post player right there. Wildman short corner, defended by Muller. Nice spin move, throws it off the window, and Voskuhl with another board. Hope looking to push. Who else but Sydney Muller, knifing through the defense. Couple bounces off the rim. Wildman holding on to it. Coach Andy Rang imploring the Thunder to move. Try to get a secondary break. Slowed down a little bit, and Benowitz had it knocked away by Schoonveld out of bounds.
A little lackadaisical by Benowitz, just kind of held it out in front of her, looking for some options. Not a whole lot of movement from Trine, and Schoonveld took advantage of it.
Lucky there that it rolled out. 17 on the shot clock as it's inbounded. Almost a steal from Voskuhl. Taylor able to regain possession. She thinks she dribbled and is pivoting, looking for somewhere to go. Not sure if the ref would have called that a double or not, but Artis wide open layup as the shot clock winding down, somehow looped all the way around for another layup.
Gave a little fake as she made it look like she was going to pass. Schoonveld wasn't in correct position, so good job by her not to reach and draw the foul, but awesome finish there by Artis.
Voskuhl on the elbow, guarded by Taylor. Wildman came over and hacked it away from her. Artis fast break, Schoonveld pump, turn, 3. Benowitz wide open, and you know that's pure.
14 points for Benowitz. Making it 39-32. The Trine are making a comeback.
They are indeed the second half start that Coach Rang wanted, and not Coach Morehouse's. He has got all 5 subs ready to come in as Muller is able to bank that one in off the window.
Benoit's 4 for 6 from the three-point line. If you're Hope, you got to keep an eye on her wherever she is.
Yeah, got to get a hand up there, that's for sure. She is the team's leading scorer. Tried to add to her total there. Majerus thought she had a block. Instead, got too much wrist for the officials' liking.
Smart decision by Benoit. We've seen her obviously score most of her points from the three-point arc today, but she's got to make herself known as a threat to drive. That way, players can kind of, maybe they'll sag back, so she'll have that three-point open, or if they come up over that three-point line, she can drive. So really good job to kind of show both of her tricks.
Full subs in for Hope. Nice cut from Benowitz right there, and she is not slowing down, up to 16 after that bucket.
Just great movement by Benowitz. She's all over the court.
She's leaving it all on the floor today. You got to respect that. 7-point deficit for Trine now. DeSmit trying to change that. Front iron, tapped around, and who else but Benowitz bringing it down, leading the charge. She's going to take it all the way, right hand, and just couldn't quite get that one to fall up over DeSmit, and I believe that was McKinney in there as well.
Bennett's tapping her head, looks like she needs a sub. That's going to be crucial for trying to see if she can keep her energy up.
Nice crossover from Meg Morehouse to lay it in and stem the tide for the moment.
Meg Morehouse, I think, has been a surprising player in this game. I think looking at this roster in today's game, you wouldn't pick her out to be kind of a key player, but she's really going for it.
Benowitz just asked for a sub, took a 3 there off the top of the key, and just a little bit short. I think that's that tiredness coming into play just a hair. Nice defense from Shea Herbert, knocking that one out as the subs come in. Benowitz still asking for a sub, not getting one at the moment.
Either got to call a timeout or to give her a break or sub someone in for her.
Thunder screaming for a sub, unable to get it in time, and Hope's going to get another couple possessions. Nice behind the back from Morehouse, has the crowd oohing and eyeing, but nothing really came of it there. Bagley pass inside to Barnes and gets it to fall.
Great vision, great positioning by Barnes. This is a really awesome connection right there.
Draws the defense, kicks it over, and a layup. Hope's lead quickly back up to 11. Barnes hounding Underhill on the right wing. Argyle got a pick from Underhill. She was open on the roll. Got it over to Stewart on the far side. Now Underhill gets it inside. Trine wanted an and one. Instead, they're going to have to settle for 2.
Stewart seeing there that she just passed one defender. One defender, there was help, and there was help defense coming, and wide open on the block. There was Underhill.
Ella McKinney swings it all the way across court to Morehouse. Free throw jumper, kicks off the heel, and no for Barnes. Nice board by Stewart inside. Trying going with one of their smaller lineups, but they are not to be deterred. Benowitz 3 dribbles, cross-court pass, knocked away. Claire Bagley out ahead of the pack. Stewart behind. And Stewart gets the foul called on her as Bagley gets the steal and gets to go to the line for 2.
Yeah, Bagley awarded for her hustle right there.
Absolutely. Looked like a little bit of a clean block up top, but maybe Stewart had a hand in the back of Bagley, and now Benowitz gets a well-deserved rest. I'm interested to see what happens for Trine the next few minutes here, as currently on the floor they have 3 points scored between the 5 players on the floor.
Yeah, giving most of their starters a break right now.
Bagley rims out both of them. Great defensive effort, can't convert.
Statistically, we haven't seen a lot of Trine's players off the bench perform offensively, so they're really going to need to step up here.
Kaylee Argyle tried to make a nice pass inside, but stepped on the out-of-bounds line. Great work by our camera crew right there.
It's a great idea, just cut a little bit too close.
Bagley directing traffic. DeSmit has been sweet from 3 in the first half. Barnes, nice spin move. Great, better defense from Underhill, and Barnes drawing the foul there. Not a whole lot I can say about that.
Looked like maybe there's a little bit of forward movement from Underhill, but she did a great job to stay up.
I'm not one to publicly disagree with an official, so I'm just going to leave that one where it is. Barnes, nothing but net. The old Rasheed Wallace ball don't lie trick is in favor of Courtney Barnes at the moment. But what happens if you split the pair, huh?
Well,
if you go 1 for 2, which way is the ball lying there?
Well, you got to know the Pistons aren't really having the season of their dreams, so maybe some of that bad luck is went into that shot.
Might be that it is. Casey DeSmit with a steal. As Hope is set to bring 5 more back in, they just keep coming at you. Meg Morehouse, wild shot, hit the deck. Casey DeSmit wide open for 3, rims out, Bagley board. Underhill defending, and Bagley's able to get it to fall.
That play starts with Barnes getting that rebound, and then DeSmit looking down low, or getting the shot, shooting the shot, excuse me, and Bagley getting that rebound, but great.
Courtney Barnes with the steal there, no one in front of her, blows the layup. Thought it was an easy 2 for Courtney Barnes after a great defensive effort.
Maybe a last-second panic, a little too hard off the board, but making it up on the other end.
Defensive efforts from Courtney Barnes, swatting that one out of bounds.
Probably had a little bit of frustration in there from that missed layup.
I would imagine so. Kaylee Argyle, unsure what to do other than that, and she's going to take a seat. All new players in for Hope, and Michaela Artis comes back in for the aforementioned Kaylee Argyle. Rachel Stewart defended by Muller all the way across. I think that pass was supposed to be for Artis, but Alyssa Argyle knifed in to take it. She didn't see Artis behind her. 6 on the shot clock as Underhill hounded. Great backdoor pass and a finish from Michaela Artis.
Beautiful in motion. She didn't even have to dribble. That was just perfect.
As the shot clock expires, that's the 3rd or 4th time Trine has hit a bucket with under 5 on the shot clock. Spin move from Bosco, no doing.
Definitely a difference from the first half where they had a lot more panic shots. Now they seem a little bit more composed.
Schoonveld missed the shot. Bosco there to clean up the mess. Had a hard pick on Alyssa Argyle, who hit the deck. 1:30 to go in the 3rd quarter. Hope nursing a 12-point lead. Artis looking for somewhere to go, throws it to Olivia Bosco, who's not wearing her team's colors. Muller one-on-one against Artis. Trine wanted to travel, no dice. Newman threw it away, got it back, and resets with 15 to go on the shot clock. Gets a pick from Bosco, she's gonna take it. Kick in the corner, Muller open 3. Front iron. Alyssa Argyle on the run, chased down by Haley Muller. That speed you mentioned earlier.
You mean Sydney Muller?
Oh, excuse me. I do mean Sydney Muller. Excuse me.
Shout out to her sister Haley, though.
Katie Sloniker into the game, had a look from the short corner, had it blocked. Now we're back at the other end of the floor, and Schoonveld was going in for the layup, got it poked away from Artis. Too much is going on right now.
Too much back and forth action.
That's right, Freudian slip.
I'm sure Haley would have appreciated it. Haley Muller, a volleyball player here in her days at Hope, graduating in 2018.
Definitely athletes, the Muller family.
Yes, that is for sure.
Double team in the corner on Schoonveld. She gets it out to Bosco. No one around. She's taking it right at Kelsey Taylor. And she's going to get 2 more shots.
And that's Taylor's 3rd foul. That's going to be huge.
She's frustrated there as well. Bosco just took it right at her. I think maybe she played a little more straight up, might have gotten away with it.
Yeah, nice spin move by Bosco to kind of throw her off her feet a little bit.
Nothing but the bottom of the net there. Bosco's knocking on the door of double digits. Here, pin drop on here on free throws these days. In and out from Olivia Bosco. 31 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Right side wing 3, rattles around and falls out. That was Katie Sloniker trying to get her first points of the evening. Good look.
And you see the difference between Trine and Hope's 3-point shots. Trine obviously has a little bit of a flatter shot. Doesn't really give it a whole lot of give. So when it's flatter, it just goes off the rim and bounces right off. A little bit more arc. has a little bit more space to kind of bounce around and go in.
Miscommunication from Lauren Newman and Kennedy Schoonveld on the Hope offensive end. Now Trine trying to get one more shot. Kelsey Taylor fires over the backboard as time was expiring. She looks at her coach like, what else was I supposed to do?
Yeah.
There wasn't much else.
Right.
There is 0.7 of a second left, and Hope's just going to let the clock expire there as Artis had it and fell down. And end of the third quarter there, Hope leading 51-38 in the MIAA championship. We're going to take a small break here and be back for the fourth quarter.
Hit the road.
Honey, did you remember to bring the GPS?
Nope.
Oh. Well, you have an app on your phone to tell us how to get where we're going?
I do not.
Really? So you have an actual map, like the kind that are hard to fold? You just know where you're going?
No idea.
Don't be this guy when it comes to financial planning. LVZ Advisors. We'll help get you there.
Hey, we're a little lost. Do you know where the lake is?
We're getting ready for the start of the fourth quarter. Hope College leading Trine University 51-38. Eric Vanswall alongside of Carly Vanswall. What do you got for us to start the fourth, Carly?
Benowitz, as we've talked about, this whole second half is really just taking it upon herself to put the team on her back. She has currently 16 points, taking a little bit longer breather as she is, oh no, she came back into the game, excuse me. We'll see if she continues to make a difference here for Trine offensively.
Speaking of Benowitz, there she is, open look for three, and she buries it.
Great shot by Benowitz. If you're Hope, she is obviously the offensive threat on this Trine team so far today. There has been more. Herbert has made a difference. Still looking forward to Taylor making a little bit more difference down low, but you got to know where Benowitz is.
Elbow jumper from Voskel, and guess who rebounds? Tara Benowitz yet again. Pick from Taylor for Artis. She's double teamed down low, just gets it out, but no one around. Referee says Hope touched it last.
And then a little break that we have right here. We just want to give a shout out to Jamie DeWitt, who is currently watching this game from Florida. She's on a little bit of vacation. She's usually our stat keeper here at DeVos. So a well-deserved break for her, as she's had a busy season so far this year. But thank you to her for all she does, and we hope that she's having fun in the sun.
We miss staring at the back of your head, but I'm sure your view in Florida is a lot better than what we have here, although we do have the MIAA championship in front of us, so we can't complain too much. We do miss you. Wish you were here. But in the meantime, Hope, 2 on the shot clock. Schoonveld going to have to put it up. Crosses over Benowitz. That would have been pretty awesome if that went down. I think the limited crowd here would have gone pretty wild. Herbert, open look, left wing, just short.
Herbert's got to keep shooting, and she's only missed 2 or 3 threes so far today. If that shot's open, she's got to continue to take it.
Great hustle from Kelsey Taylor to knock that pass out of bounds. Hope coming in with 5 more. I'm almost convinced that half the team doesn't ever play with the other half of the team because they're so used to doing just 5 whole line changes.
I would agree. But so impressive by Hope that with all these subs, the whole line changes, the caliber of talent just doesn't drop. They're all equally talented, and a lot of these 5 that are out here right now could start on any other team in D3.
Have to imagine that the practices are pretty brutal.
Yeah. But a great way, you're bound to get better.
Yeah, between the first and the second lines there. Hope running out of time, 4 on the shot clock. 2, 1, DeSmit from the logo. Kicked off the heel, tapped around. Artis comes away with it. Almost losing the handle was Kayla Wildman. Inside for Herbert. Cross court Underhill. a blocking call against Courtney Barnes as Underhill took it in against her.
Crowd wanted another charge. We'll see a replay here so you can decide what you think.
A little bit of an offhand from Underhill, but Barnes was definitely moving the feet there. I think that's a good call from the official. Wildman runner skips off the rim, and that time they get the charge call.
Great job by DeSmit to have her position set, and really good job by, that's number 15, McKinney. She stayed straight up. She knew DeSmit was there to help and made sure she didn't reach.
That's the first foul for Wildman and the first foul in the quarter for Trine.
Trine putting a little bit of full court pressure here on DeSmit.
Only a 10-point game, 7.5 to go. MIAA championship on the line. The good people at home will allow me enough hubris. It's a de facto national championship, considering this is the last game of the season.
Yeah.
Number 1 versus number 3 right here. Three's on the way from DeSmit. Off the mark, tapped around, and Bagley comes out with it. McKinney now, DeSmit open again, decides to drive this time. Morehouse in the corner, going around Wildman. Back to Bagley. Rainbow kicked off the heel. And Wildman comes away.
Hope is 29-0 in MIAA championship games played at DeVos. So this could be huge for Trine if they can pick away at this lead.
Would be historic to say the least. Underhill with the hoop in the harm.
Underhill was quiet in the first half offensively, but is really starting to make a difference here. Just got to keep going at it down low, draw those fouls, get herself to the line.
Courtney Barnes picking up her second foul. Slap to the head of Underhill, who is undeterred. Made the layup, gets a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play. Chance to cut the lead all the way down to 7. And there it is. Little full court pressure from the Thunder. DeSmit not fazed by it. Guarded by Kaylee Argyle. Brings it all the way up the floor. Barnes now going to her favorite left hand. No good. Benowitz another rebound. She's got to be closing in on 10.
I was just about to look at that.
Reverse layup and the basket from Rachel Stewart. Wow, what a finish right there. 5-point game now. Big possession. McKinney running point, hounded by Stewart. Nice finish from her last time down. Bagley guarded by Benowitz. Benowitz came in just a little bit too much with the offhand. Bagley going to the line.
Bagley feeling that pressure. Really smart move to go with it, go up and draw the foul.
Wildman comes back in for Benowitz.
I did check. Benowitz has, according to our online stats, has 4 rebounds.
That just doesn't feel right to me. No disrespect to the stat team.
She seems like she's been all over the place.
I swear she had 4 in a row at one point.
Rachel Stewart is the leading rebounder so far for Trine with 5.
Maybe it'll have to reset here.
Yeah, Barnes and Morehouse leading the way with 5 for Hope.
Who would have guessed that Morehouse would be leading the team in rebounds at this juncture?
Gotta love to see it, though.
So Bagley got 1 out of 2 there. Extends the lead back up to 6. Just under 6 minutes to go. Wildman double teamed in the lane, gets it over to Underhill. Makes the basket, but she's called for steps.
She's just got to keep going at it. Obviously, she's got the moves. Hopefully, she has the confidence now to know that she can do it. One of these times it's going to fall, and that's exactly what Trine needs, is a down low presence right now.
That was a great move inside, and just shuffled the feet a little bit too much. Nice cut and everything. Hope looking for something on the offensive end.
Not a lot of movement going on right now.
Still not a lot of movement. Under 10 to go. Barnes left wing. Morehouse sets a pick. McKinney gonna have to fire as the shot clock winds down. No good. Morehouse adds to her leading rebound total and draws a foul at the same time.
She does a great job of finding herself on that weak side rebounding side, which a lot of people forget about. And she's just the one that always is there.
Let's see that 5'7" leading both teams, I believe, in rebounding now after that one.
She's got 6 now.
Trine wanted to travel. Instead, they're going to get an and one. What a way for Ella McKinney to get into the scorebook this evening.
That's huge for Hope offense right now.
Kelsey Taylor going to come back in for the Thunder. Ella McKinney generally averages 7.3 points per game. I almost made a mention last possession about how she hasn't scored, and she decided to change my mind by scoring 3 points right there. 9-point advantage for the Dutch. The Thunder with the ball, crossing the 5-minute mark in this MIAA championship.
With Voskuhl and Thomas out, now is the time to get the ball to Taylor. Let her do her thing down low.
Instead, Kayla Wildman's going to take it down low, and she's going to end up at the free throw line. Courtney Barnes picking up her 3rd foul.
And I'll go back to that point. If I'm Taylor, I'm taking it one-on-one against Barnes, trying to draw the foul, get her into 4.
So what you're saying is there's no reason for the Thunder to not go inside right now.
She averages 10 points a game, and she's still at the 0 mark right now. She's got 5 minutes to come alive.
She's been frustrated by a couple calls that didn't go her way, but she may be able to turn that around just when her team needs her. Hope content to trade baskets. McKinney went in and gets called for the charge. Coach Morehouse can't believe it.
Trine wanted to travel, but I think they'll be happy with the charge as well.
I think they'll take that as well, as the next foul will put them in the bonus. 5 new players for Hope back on the floor. Coach Morehouse is going back to the MIAA Player of the Year the past couple years, Olivia Voskuhl, that anchored the inside. Try to maintain this 8-point lead with 4.5 to go. Trying to muster offense all that they can. Argyle was looking for Wildman. It kicked off someone's leg, and she ended up getting it anyways. Now trapped in the short corner.
Looked like she thought Wildman was going to do a backdoor cut.
Stewart was looking for Binowitz inside and threw it off her foot. Hope back the other way. Kate Majerus from the corner. No good. Muller, the weak side rebound. And we're going to get another tie-up from Sydney Muller.
We got to be close to 8 or 9 with her.
I have to imagine so. She had 3 in the first 3 minutes. Hope gets to retain possession anyways. Schoonveld pumping a drive. Goes up with it. Kelsey Taylor with the rejection. Binowitz now pulling up for 3, left wing. Just short. Taylor with the board, and Voskuhl thought she was going to go right back up with it and collides with her. Kelsey Taylor looking a little
shaken up, but
yeah,
she made the defensive stop, way to run down the court and then draw the foul there. Awesome play and effort by Kelsey Taylor.
And she gets rewarded with 2 free throws. I thought for a moment I was off that 5 was going to put him in the bonus, but now here she is at the stripe, looking for her first points of the afternoon. Absolutely. No doubt about that one. I feel like I have to note Hope is 218-8 all-time at DeVos Fieldhouse since 2006-2007, but Trine does have 2 of those victories.
Another interesting fact is the last Hope loss was 735 days ago.
See if they can continue that streak. Almost unprecedented at this point. Program record 44 straight wins on the line as Kennedy Schoonveld gets to add to her, a chance to add to her 11,103 points. Kayla Wildman picking up her 3rd charge against her.
as she shoots her free throws, Eric, and I just want to take a second and thank all of the people behind the scenes who make this broadcast look good. We got the easy job of just sitting here and talking. They're the ones that make everything work. So big shout out to Alec and Kaylee on the camera, as well as Calvin, and then Matt, our director, and Channing doing our replays, and then obviously Steve, Freddie, and Phil, who allow all of us to be here.
Yeah, they refer to us sometimes as on-air talent. I don't know about that necessarily, but we definitely wouldn't be here without those good folks. And they're gonna bring the next 3 minutes and 18 seconds of this contest along with it, as they always do. Kelsey Taylor, spin move around the world and out.
Great move. A little bit awkward angle. If she would have chosen a little bit more to go to the left side, I think she would have had a better option to go off the backboard instead of straight on, but good move. She's got to do a little bit more of that.
Too much English on the ball. I thought she had that one. Olivia Vasco was running to the rim. Sydney Muller threw it away right into the hands of Rachel Stewart. Wildman, strong drive, lost the handle on it, out of bounds. Going back to the Dutch.
Kennedy Schoonveld moved her feet really well to cut off that middle, and then Bosco there to cut off the baseline.
Seems like Trine, every time they get to within 6 or 8 points, just aren't able to get over the hump quite yet. Running out of time, 2:47 left. They're going to take a full court pressure here. Try to turn the tide a little bit. Lauren Newman running point as usual. Trying to cross up Michaela Artis. Good defense by Artis all the way. They ended up switching, and Stewart was on her. Bosco looking inside. That's Schoonveld. She's got an advantage, and she gets it to go.
And there's that versatility by the Hope players. Schoonveld usually a guard, but awesome post move down low to get two.
And Coach Andy Rang of the Thunder has seen enough at the moment. They're going to take a timeout. It is a full timeout, so we will take a timeout as well and hear a word from our sponsors.
You're not just saying, wow, you came in, thanks for coming in, and you know, this is what your investment did. It's so much more than that. There's so much more going on in their lives than just these investments, and it's good to understand that totality so that you can say, well, you know, I know there's a better way of doing this, or I have a resource. I know, you know, there's some other resources that we can help you with here. So it's not just financial planning. It's serving people. It's serving people and loving on people, and that's very joyful.
Welcome back. We are towards the end of this contest. 2 minutes and 20 seconds left. 59-49 advantage for the Dutch. Got to give a shout out to my standard partner, Blaine Weers-Bickey, out there watching today's contest. Unable to join me in the booth. We miss you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for pointing out that I mentioned that Kennedy Schoonveld had 11,000 points when I meant 1,100. That would be pretty impressive. I think Hope would be pretty all right if she scored 11,000 here.
I think they'd be good to go.
Going to get a double dribble called from Rachel Stewart, and Trine is unsure why. I was screened by several players.
Yeah, we had a tough angle on that one.
Lauren Newman getting the ball inbounds, trying to play full court defense, almost had a steal. They're definitely playing more aggressive. There's 2 minutes to go and they're down 10. No quit from this Thunder team. Haley Muller backing down. Michaela Artis switches Underhill defending her now. Timeout from Coach Morehouse. He didn't like what he saw out there. They're going to have 8 on the shot clock. And that is another full timeout, so we will also take a timeout. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
At Lawrence and Vanderswart, we are interested in the history of our community. This farm once belonged to Albertus Van Raalte, founding father of the city of Holland. And this house, built by his son Ben in 1872, has been known through the years as the Maples, due to the large trees in the front yard planted by Van Raalte himself. These trees stand today because of the industry and vision of Albertus Van Ralte. Today, the DeGraff Nature Center taps the maples and demonstrates how maple syrup was made centuries ago. Innovation and ambition today can pay dividends for decades. Lawrence and Vanderswart, interested in our history, invested in our...
And we're back for the final minute 48. Hope with a 10-point lead, trying to add to it. Sydney Muller inside, Trine wanting to travel to no avail. On the floor, Sam Underhill getting tagged with the foul. That is her fourth. She played well defensively, but going to have to take a seat as the senior Shea Herbert comes back in. And the sophomore Meg Morehouse. Trine did commit their fifth foul of the quarter, so Sydney Muller going to the line.
Sydney a little frustrated after that one.
Understandably so. Gets the roll on that one. She's upset about missing the first one because now she's 1 point short of double digits. $1:40 to go. Hardest all the way inside. Outside for Herbert, working on Voskuhl. Tried to swoop underneath and gets the call.
She had the positioning. Herbert was offsides in no man's land. All she had to do was stay straight up, but tilted her arm a little bit forward, a little bit of a swipe to draw the foul.
Not to mention the height advantage. It's only a couple inches, but still beneficial. Not too many players that have a height advantage on Olivia Voskuhl.
That
that's
is
for
true.
Sure. In any case, Herbert at the line.
Currently has 9, make it 10 for her total today. Benowitz leading all scorers with 19. Hope has 4 players, with 9. Voskuhl, DeSmit, Schoonveld, and Muller.
Going back to what you said about the balanced attack there. Going to be a 30-second timeout. We've had several timeouts the past couple of minutes, so we'll stick here for now. And Carly will throw you some stats.
Yeah, 2 big stats. I mentioned this in the first half, and it stays true in the second half, but the two stats that stand out most to me is Trine has 28 turnovers. 28 turnovers to Hope 10. That is 28 opportunities that they missed on the offensive end. And bench points, Hope has 33, while Trine just has 8.
Hope's bench outscoring their starters.
Yeah. Shooting percentage, if you look at that straight away, Trine is winning in every category. 43% from field goal, 47 from three-point range, and 72 from free throw. While Hope is 34% from field goal, 28 from the three-point line, and 58 from free throw range. You would like to assume that if Trine kind of managed their turnovers a little bit different game, I think our score and the lead would be very different.
We'll see how the next 88 seconds play out, as we're probably going to see a lot of fouls. That time it was Tara Benowitz, game high 19 so far. Her second foul. Lauren Newman going to go to the stripe. And so far, the fouling strategy has worked out for Trine, as Hope has missed, what is it, 3 out of the last 4 now?
Mm-hmm. Newman yet to score. She is 0 for 5 from field goal range, and then 0 for 1 from 3, and now 0 for 2 from free throw.
Missing both of them right there.
Typically a big score for this Hope team. Defensively, I mean, she's still on point. Offensively, just been a little bit of a struggle for her.
Trine executing the strategy to perfection. Michaela Artis laying it in for 2. Down 7 with 1:10 to go. Pressure's on. Morehouse breaks it. Thought about going in for the basket, decides to hold. Now they're looking to foul. Able to do so. Couple Trine defenders in there, and they're going to get Benowitz with it. That's her 3rd. You're going to have to be careful if she gets one more. Sydney Muller back to the stripe. getting a chance of redemption. Double digits.
There
Gets
it
it that time.
A little bit of a sigh of relief on her face.
Nothing but the bouncing of a ball. And the sound of the ball hitting the net right there. 9-point lead. Trine's got to hurry. Tried to run an elevator for Benowitz. Hope was ready for it. Artist still gets it over Benowitz. You think she's going to take it. Driver down the lane. Kicks off the heel. They're going to have to foul again. 48 to go. And Benowitz picking up her 4th foul right there. And the crowd starting to feel it a little bit. Hope with a 9-point lead and 46.6 seconds left. You get a shot of the sparse crowd here, although over the last week it's a little more than what we have had. As Schoonveld hits the first one there.
She gets herself into double digits.
And adds to it.
She and Muller tied as leading scorers for Hope. Benowitz, who has had a fantastic day offensively, leading both teams.
She's going to look to try to pull here. Nothing doing. Inside for Artis. Kicks it all the way to the corner. Three's on the way, and it's blocked. Olivia Bosco got Sophia Craig. Craig got it back, got it inside to Artis, and she's going to the line. Senior Sophia Craig from Westfield, Indiana, into the game. Unfortunately, had to take on the long arm of the law and Olivia Bosco. Shay Herbert, the senior, going to be subbed out. A well-deserved hug from her coaching staff. Hope going to do a wholesale line change as well.
They're short one person. They only got 4 people out on the court right now.
Trine running one more on. They're going to see if they can
a little bit of a miscommunication
play
there.
6 on 4 there, but Schoonveld jogs back on.
These 9 seniors for Hope, what a ride they have had.
Absolutely, and the aforementioned Sophia Craig gets pulled out of the game, the senior as well. Getting some well-deserved respect from the crowd as well as the Trine bench. Hope seniors as well, of course. It's hard to mention all 9 of them.
Yeah.
But you saw them on senior night last week as they all started. And Hope took the technical foul. That was a cool scene. Schoonveld now coming out, getting a big hug from Coach Morehouse.
I mean, it's really special to see 9 seniors stick together all the way through 4 years. Most of them on varsity for those 4 years too, as well. So just really awesome to see what they'd accomplished. Trying to get Coach Mo into the game.
Yeah, McKinney threw it to him, and he's going to get a couple more subs here. As Hannah Smith and Jessica Velasquez.
They're getting all the seniors
Savannah
off.
Feenstra and Raven Jemison are coming in. Ashley Thomas coming out. Mallory Gerber, a senior, coming out. Well as Jessica Mormon, another senior, and Natalie Cotta as well. You guessed it, a senior. Hope with so many seniors, they had to do a double substitution to get them all in and out of the game to recognize them all.
Cool thing by Coach Mo to do that, though.
Fantastic move, and you'd think that Hope would be decimated losing 9 seniors, but they got about 12 girls coming back still.
Yeah.
As
all strong too.
Hope going to run out the clock here, and they are going to set a program record 45th consecutive win. Undefeated in, what do you say, 733 days?
35 days.
35 days. Yeah. Great effort from the Trine Thunder, but not enough here this afternoon as the Hope College Flying Dutch are officially the MIAA champions, winning this one 64-54.
This is not the last time we're going to see Trine, though, in this position. As you said, only 1 senior for them. They got a bright future ahead of them.
Hope understandably celebrating a little bit as we have a trophy presentation ceremony as well as a cutting of the nets. All due respect to the Trine Thunder, this day belongs to the Hope College Flying Dutch. Back-to-back MIAA champions, 64-54 victory. And we will turn it over to the vociferous Darren Dijstermaar to announce the trophy presentation ceremony. So for this score, 64-54, Hope over Trine, MIAA champions. For Carly Van Swal, I'm Eric Van Swal, signing off.
Championship trophy. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause one more time for your undefeated, undisputed, #1 team in all of Division III women's basketball, your Hope College Flying Dutch.